So Carrie and I decided to visit Tigre at the advice of the San Telmo Loft blog, and Tigre is up north from Buenos Aires. Well, we had to get from our apartment to Retiro train station. Our apartment is on this side of the city, and so we went to Retiro train station by taxi, and we left from Retiro, but Retiro is actually a really nice train station. I was kind of surprised by that. I expected a big, dirty train station in a big city, but it was actually pretty nice. One piece of advice for you, take exact change. It was 2 pesos and 20 cents to go up to Tigre, but if you got the automatic machine, you had to have exact change, but you didn't have to wait in any line to use the automatic machine. So take exact change. By the way, 2 pesos and 20 cents is like 60 cents, 70 cents in the US. So it was very worthwhile, not an expensive trip at all.
Smile, Carrie, you're going to Tigre.
Yay!
And so we left from Retiro and went up to Tigre. One of the nice things about the train ride all the way along here is you get to see all of the buildings and skyline of Buenos Aires. And it's just really kind of neat to be able to kind of get away from the city, because when you're in the middle of it, it's hard to see all of it. This is Carrie and Carrie's sister Michelle. And it was really nice to have Michelle come and visit us for 7 or 8 days in Buenos Aires. One of the things that we were so surprised about the train, we thought maybe the train was going to be really like icky because it was only 70 cents round trip. It was actually a really nice train. We ended up at Tigre train station, and the first thing we saw was somebody actually making churros. Now, how they make churros is actually really very interesting. It's like the South American, Middle American version of a donut. Basically, you take some dough, you fry it in some oil, and then you can fill it with caramel or chocolate. And after you fill it with caramel or chocolate, then you can have it dipped into more chocolate, and then on top of that you can have cocoa or coconut just sprinkled over the top of it, or even sugar if you want more sugar added to it. Carrie and I only had 1 or 2. You can see she's filling them here with, I think, caramel in this case. And Carrie and I only had 2 apiece, and that was way too many actually. 1 is plenty, but we had to get 6, so we split them 3 ways between Carrie, Michelle, and I. These are logs actually here, and you can see all of these boats are actually loaded up with all of these gigantic logs that they've actually done logging in the interior of Argentina, and this is the main shipping port for a lot of the logging industry. One of the coolest things, and one of the things that took us to Tigre, was actually the market that's there. It's amazing. And it's actually called the Puerto De Frutas, so there's supposed to be fruits there. But it's actually more of a street fair, and all kinds of vendors and booths and things that you can buy. Here's a clown actually doing a show, a magic show, for a lot of the kids that had come there with their families for the day, and that was kind of fun to be able to see. Now, Argentines really like beef, and you can get beef there, but you can also get mate. Mate is a specific kind of drink that you can drink. Somebody thought, hey, beef is good, and mate is good. What would happen if we put the beef and the mate together? And they came up with this idea. I'll leave it to your discretion whether you think that's a good idea or not. And then here we actually found some fruit. At the Puerto De Frutas, you'd think there'd be a ton of fruit, but actually we just saw this one ship that was unloading fruit. Maybe we were in the wrong place, I don't know. But the fruit actually looked pretty good there. We didn't try any while we were in the city, though. Someone had a good idea, though. They said if we could take the old oranges and squeeze the juice out of them, we could actually make some pretty decent orange juice. Now, this $5 you see there isn't actually dollars in American dollars. It's 5 pesos. So that's like $1.60, and for $1.60 you get like a half liter of fresh squeezed orange juice. And you'll see here in just a minute, she's going to hand this guy the fresh squeezed orange juice. So at the end of the day, after seeing all these stands and buying some great stuff, we actually went back to the train station and went back into the interior of Buenos Aires from Tigre. But if you get a chance, we really recommend go to Tigre. It's not expensive, and we had a great time there.